So anyway, Asmund Gold on the QT Cinderella situation.
Cutie Cinderella opens up about her political beliefs and her decision to always vote Democrat. Here we go.
People acting like cuties.
The thing is, it's not drama. It's the equivalent to everything else on the internet. Like, I say stupid shit. Everyone says stupid shit. But oh my God, like just some of the things that have come out of QT's mouth has just been severely dumb. And she is an example of audience capture. Because I remember she has a Mormon family, and nothing wrong with that. And her dad is kind of against her brother or sister like transitioning or something like that. And like her audience just went after her for like, why are you still hanging out with your family? And then she like completely changed her beliefs like on the spot for her audience. So she's literally one of those people of audience capture. I mean, what? In the last 5 minutes, like myself and chat, we've been, going back and forth a little bit. We kept it civil, right? I organized it a little bit, like, hey, let's not go too far. I understand where you're coming from, da-da-da-da. And like, all right, let's go. But I didn't change necessarily my position. I just said, hey, I kind of just gave an example. I can understand how A, B, and C can happen, right? But you guys didn't necessarily change an opinion. I barely even gave one. I did kind of side with the creator a little bit and mentioned that I wasn't there, right? I kind of gave an answer, a non-answer answer to a certain extent, because I don't want that kind of fire in my stream, right? But she just completely flips with her audience. Like, how dare you? You should be, never hanging out with your family. They're clearly evil. They're Mormon, blah, 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 blah. And she just two-faced her beliefs on a dime. So I don't trust anything she ever says because it's just, to me, disingenuous if you change your position like that and not even really explain why, other than it's audience capture. At least that's the way that I view it.
Trump herself. I would like to make it very clear. I have voted blue every year since I've got the right to vote, and I've done so much advocacy work for everything I believe in, pro-abortions.
So, all right, cool. Advocating for child murder.
Pro-gay rights.
They already have the right to marry. I'm not sure what you're advocating for when it already exists.
Isn't it crazy that women's main issue is killing their kids? The world is a lot bigger than just whether you can kill your kid or not, right? I feel like there's a lot of things that are more important than that.
Pro-trans rights.
What rights? I like how they keep saying pro-trans rights. What rights? They already have rights. Now, if you're talking about whether, insurance should pay for trans surgeries, I'm sorry, that's plastic surgery. Like voluntary plastic surgery. I'm sorry, that is not a right. And the government doesn't have to fund that as much as states are trying to do so and are doing so. It's completely ridiculous. So when they say rights, they never know what they actually mean because it's not a fucking right. So you're saying that you want to change laws, that's different than rights. Stupid bitches.
Do you want to have like adult men in like a women's bathroom with like little girls? Is that trans rights? What rights do trans people not have?
Exactly.
Oh, freaking immigrants.
I'm pro-immigrant. I'm anti-illegal immigrant. I'm pro them coming in the right way. I'm pro if the H-1B visa actually did what it was supposed to do, I'd be all for it. But guess what? We have people who are getting fake degrees from fake colleges that are being sold to Indians to come over here to America to work at a 7-Eleven. That's called fraud, by the way. So, hey, I'm pro-immigrant. If you want to be here and you want to become an American citizen and you jump through the hoops and you learn English, America, fuck yeah, get in, start waving flag. I'm all for it. But the thing is, these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, it's kind of like obviously I've done a lot of research on Alana Pierce, right? She is not for our American healthcare system whatsoever. And to a degree, I completely understand that. She would, much prefer Australia's, social healthcare. And looking at it, at least from my perspective, it is one of the best healthcare systems, at least in a social thing that I've seen, and it's a good blueprint. But here's the problem. We can't do that and only rely on one section of the working base to do it. If you have 20 million, let's just say I'm an advocate for universal healthcare, right? Let's just say I'm like, you know what? We figured out a system, universal basic healthcare. Cool. And then you make a budget, right? Let's just say this was in, hypothetically, 2019. You make a budget. You know how many American citizens there are. You make some, different kind of systems for green card and H-1B holders, whatever. And let's just assume that everything's working fine. Now, 2020 happens. And between 2020 and 2024, all of a sudden, 20 million illegal immigrants who are not working, who are not contributing to the tax base, just suddenly arrive. Yes, illegal, Spellbinder, that's right. Illegal immigrants with commercial driver's licenses causing an accident. Who pays for that? Oh, wait, the government does. And the thing is, what people don't really understand, that the purpose that America had, and yes, the start of the American healthcare system, it can be better. Absolutely. Health insurance companies, they can be the worst. Abso-fucking-lutely. But then let's talk about something else. All right. There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of American workers that work for healthcare insurance companies. Are you saying that you want to get rid of their jobs? See, then we run into another problem. Okay, so you want the government to spend money on 20 million illegal immigrants that are not contributing to the tax, to the said taxes that are going to them. And then we have an additional thing where we're giving them food stamps, and then an addition, like, it just keeps piling up. And those are just the 20 million that came in between 2020 and 2024. That's not counting all the other illegal immigrants that are still here, that we're actually right now kicking out. And then at the same time, and just because I've done some research on Alana Pierce, I'm just going to use her as an example. You see Alana Pierce, and she says she supports Ukraine and has donated to a Ukraine charity. Good for her, right? But she's also, at the same time, like, she has a post on Blue Sky that says, I'm just anti, tanks and guns and stuff like that, right? Which is funny, because we're sending tanks, guns, and a bunch of artillery to Ukraine so that they have a chance against Russia. So on one hand, they hate, where our money is going, being the, world police. How dare we fund our allies and give them guns and tanks to defend themselves? But on the other side, they go, I just hate all the wars that are happening, but they should also give all this money to Medicare and to universal basic health care, and go, well, you also need to fund this for all the illegal immigrants that are not contributing to the tax base. And then you go, okay, well, what are you asking us to do? Because we can't do everything with the circumstances that you're giving us. You, Australia, are away from everybody. It takes, a big ship for people to go to your country. So you don't have the same illegal immigration problem that we have to deal with every day. So fuck off. Anyway, that's my little rant there.
Like, I don't know. I'm pro love. I'm pro kindness. I'm pro.
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Like, I don't know. I'm pro love. I'm pro kindness.
Kindness doesn't pay the bills. Love doesn't either. What is she trying to say?
Bringing people together. That's all I've ever stood for.
Oh, bringing people together. Okay. So I love how in this instance, bringing people together means actually taking away privacy rights, taking away women's rights. So hold on. And then murdering children. Okay, so you want to take the baby's rights away so that the woman doesn't have to have the baby. Got it. By murdering them. Okay, cool. You want to have men in women's bathrooms, so all the women who are incredibly uncomfortable with men in the bathroom, you're taking away their rights. All right, cool. You want to force the government to pay for elective surgeries, but even though everyone keeps changing their minds on whether it is a physical or mental thing, and actually the science is incredibly busted at this moment, I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about, because it sounds to me that you want to take everyone else's rights away for an inclusion that you can't even spell out for yourself.
And it's just like so devastating to hear that I'm just not seen as those things anymore, even though years and years of years I've like been such.
Well, okay, that's a little different though. I can understand being anti-war, but also understanding, yeah, exactly. But do you see kind of like you want your cake and you want to eat it too? No, I'm against, all these wars that are going on. That's fine. But if you're going to be making demands, you actually have to understand the circumstance they're doing. Because if you're saying, hey, I want Ukraine to defend themselves, okay. And then also in the same breath say, guns are bad. I want Americans to stop, using tanks and stuff. I'm like, well, all right. Well, what do you want us to do? You want us to not send, support to Ukraine for them to defend themselves? Or you don't want us to? Like, which one is it? That's all I was saying, Sergeant.
Such a vocal advocate that it's just like, it's just depressing. But
they do that to you because you're white, you're affluent, and they want to tear you down. And you know what? I would feel bad, but you voted for having these deranged people in the country to begin with. What's pro-kindness about this? What's pro-kindness about this? Yep. What is pro-kindness? You were on a podcast with a person that literally openly said, I want to kill this person.
And not only that, she gave Hassan Piker, you know how he has that two towers, the Twin Towers, going down newspaper on his wall now? She's the one that gave it to him. She's the one that had it.
I want to fucking kill him, dude. I want to kill.
Then that person was murdered in front of a crowd for a political reason. Now you are on a podcast with that same person that wanted to kill them, celebrating and then singing a song about this person being dead. This isn't a joke for them. They're celebrating the fact that Charlie Kirk was killed, dressed up as Mao. But you're pro-kindness. She gave him the 912 newspaper? Yeah, total bullshit. Absolute total bullshit.
Also, you might have noticed.
Yep, there it is. Right there. She's the one that gave it to him. And what's really weird is that I think that Cutie is a smart person that I think has been brainwashed ever since she got to California. I think you see that all the time with a lot of creators. You see creators that, from Brooklyn, and they're from Texas, and they're from Iowa, and all these different places in the United States, or you could say North America, and then they all go to fucking California. And then because they need to meld in and blend in with everybody, they get into the ideology and they just don't let go of it.
Some changes behind me. I finally framed the Cutie Cinderella newspaper.
So this is the girl that gave him the newspaper for 9/11.
9/11, the morning of 9/12.
This is somebody that openly celebrates terrorist organizations.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag?
Yeah.
Hezbollah. Look it up. Oh. Sniper rifles.
It's amazing when you present evidence that is against their... Hey, my favorite flag is the people who want to kill the gays. Like, what the fuck?
Called the Qassam sniper rifle.
You have somebody who's literally playing terrorist propaganda videos, openly supporting terrorist organizations that kill and take hostage American citizens, and somehow Twitch is just totally okay with this.
Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well.
These are the people that he supports, but you're gonna do this.
The newspaper right there.
I'm pro-kindness.
The newspaper that covered 9/11.
Wow.
And I moved the North Korean poster.
I replaced my celebration for North Korea with my celebration for 9/11.
But he thinks that America deserved 9/11. And by the way, everyone gets this wrong. Everyone's like, well, he did apologize for it. No, he didn't. If you go on the Young Turks video, he never apologized for what he said. At all.
Stunning. And the biggest threat to America isn't Hamas, Venezuelan gangs, or violent migrants. It's the upper middle class, primarily white women, who would import all of the above to destroy the country in order to satisfy their suicidal empathy.
Man, I need to get a screenshot of that at some point. Oh no, I should have that as one of my memes. Editor, future nobody editor note. 1, hide your bump. 2, let's make sure we have that as a meme, okay? Hey, thank you for watching this clip from my live stream. Please comment below, like, and subscribe. And be sure to subscribe to my main channel, where I do all these live streams and have my independent videos where I do deep dives. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, you are somebody, I am nobody, and I hope you have a fantastic day.